Xbox 360 and GameCube recently had birthdays. Now, these are two legend hits consoles, or let me not say that because not both consoles were considered hits, I guess. But these weren't just consoles; they defined eras. Mentioned below, both systems still influence gaming to this day. A quick nostalgia hit. This generation had Halo 3 lobbies, infamous lobbies. Oh my god, the things that used to be talked about and said. This is back before, chat was regulated and before they started banning people for saying wild things to each other. But yeah, Halo 3 lobby, Smash, Melee tournaments, Gears of War, Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine. This is all during this era. Xbox 360, the console that changed everything. The rise of Xbox Live, iconic games, exclusives, Halo 3, Gears of Wars, Fable, Forza, Mass Effect before it jumped to PlayStation. The impact on multiplayer that the 360 culture brought. Competitive gaming took off on 360. Call of Duty Golden Era, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, to name a few. Considered the Xbox 360 as the first true HD generation. Now, I didn't really think about that, but apparently, 360 saw HD gaming before TV even caught up. I guess it was kind of all smashed together to me. Yeah, it changed expectation for visuals permanently going forward. Now, the Nintendo GameCube, the underdog that became a legend. My cousin reported that the GameCube was not financially a success to Nintendo. I didn't know that at the time. I was really, really young when I got my GameCube, but it is considered a cult classic with fan favorite exclusive Smash Brothers, Melee, Metroid Prime, Wind Waker. Wind Waker was crazy good and very difficult for how old I was at the time. Mario Sunshine, Resident Evil 4 was a GameCube or Origin exclusive. I didn't know that. The weird but brilliant Nintendo era mini disc. I do recall the mini disc. The handle, the handle on the back of
The
the system.
lunchbox handle.
Yeah, it was considered big innovations for Nintendo at the time, and Nintendo was its quirkiest and most creative console, quote unquote, for cult followers. GameCube's legacy, Melee, is still played competitively to this day. Prime remasters prove how ahead of its time the series was. GameCube controller remains beloved. For my Switch, I did buy the GameCube controller, like without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, the game controller is still a fucking great product to me. Now, listen, you can't really compare Xbox 360 to GameCube because it's different eras, definitely different time. They had their own little quirks that made them great. Like I said, the 360 online dominance, the shooters, the HD push. GameCube, it is created mindset, innovation, and iconic Nintendo charm. Both shape gaming in totally different ways. Today's industry is basically built on the foundation that these two systems brought to the table. And why modern gaming would never feel like this ever again. Listen, corporate influence and safer decisions. Corporations are just not willing to put it all on the line for games. It's not about making fun games anymore. The online culture has changed gaming, some for the better, some for the worse. No more simple and unregulated lobbies, battle passes, microtransactions, and grinding systems have plagued the modern gaming generation. And I think microtransactions was kind of being introduced on the 360, but it was all about DLC. I don't remember any game passes on, definitely not on the GameCube, but I guess if there was game pass or season passes and stuff like that on 360, I didn't participate in. Gaming used to feel new. HD graphics were a shock to the industry at the time, and you will never recreate a shock like that visual ever again going forward. Just because, like my cousin reported, gaming graphics are kind of at its peak. There is no more push to make the graphics better outside of Rockstar, I guess. Online gaming really did have a magical time, and that you just cannot repeat in today's gaming. Community era gaming is gone. Split screen, definitely it's hardly ever you can get a game that split screen and bring your friend over to your house to play a game. Friends coming over after school was a big thing. I remember not even just on the 360, playing somebody's PlayStation PlayStation after game playing Dragon Ball Z fighting games. I remember that. Man, it's just a good pure nostalgia era, and we gotta honor both consoles for what they gave us. Highlight how their influence still exists to this day because it still is prevalent in today's gaming. And so, listen, what do you think about birthday or the anniversary of 360 and GameCube? If
So the 360, I will admit, is the system that got me into online gaming. Particularly, I don't know if you remember, I used to be totally against it, and then I
yeah,
got online
yeah.
with Grand Theft Auto 4, and it just changed
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
life.
I think
It
for
was to
me,
the
it was,
point.
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. I think that was the start of me in online.
Yeah, like it got to a point I wouldn't even buy a game if it didn't have multiplayer on it. Like that's just how much I was just like, yo, getting online. Then party chat,
Yep.
indie games, a little summer of arcade thing. I enjoyed the 360. I also enjoyed the downfall of it because I had a 360 called a Red Ring, and I was like, yo,
Yeah,
what
me
the
too.
fuck? What is
Yep.
this? That truly upset me. But hey, I moved past it. Now the GameCube, I did have a GameCube. My mother bought me the GameCube before I got the PS2, and I was like, yo, I got straight A's all year long. All I asked was PS2 for Christmas. You gave me this damn lunchbox. What is this? I enjoyed that lunchbox because they were true to Nintendo's name. There were games that came out on there that came out nowhere else. A la
Mhm.
Custom Robo, which has still not appeared on any other Nintendo platform since then or any other, not Sony's or Xbox. I enjoyed playing the shit out of that GameCube. Wind Waker, wow,
Oh, yeah,
hard
that's
as
a
hard as
staple.
hell.
Yeah,
Hard as
hard,
hell, but love
hard,
that game.
hard.
That was a game I truly beat on my
Listen,
own.
listen, that's
Loved
before
it.
YouTube videos and walkthroughs and all that,
Yes.
like, yeah, you had to
You
really
had
play
to
the
figure
game.
it out, baby.
Yeah, the puzzles on that thing
You
was
had to figure it out
crazy.
on your own. Oh man, but it was a great time. It was a time in gaming where gaming was so simplistic than what it is now with
Yeah,
all
it's
the
become very
yes,
disgusting.
yes, all the extraness,
The
the
gambling, the
online everything.
microtransaction
And
ugh.
it's funny how that's how we look at it now because Nintendo was like, yo, why would someone want to play online, do all this? And now we
Oh,
look at it now and
yeah.
see
Yeah, they
even where
definitely had
we
to
are
eat
with this. It's
crow.
like, damn,
Yeah.
they knew all along, sons of bitches.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, it was a simpler time. And just like as I reported and said before, this is why people are pushing into the retro scene so hard now. People are truly trying to go back to this simplistic era of games. Without the online connectivity, where games launched full featured, or if it didn't, hey, it was just gonna be a bad game forever. Too many people rely on this whole, oh, we'll just patch it later. No, it wasn't no patching because you had F-Zero, you had Soul Calibur with the special Link character for the GameCube. What else was it? You had a game called Gotcha Force, which a lot of people don't know about it, but it was a weird Japanese-esque little bot. So Japanesey, but I loved it. It was hilarious. You had what else was on the GameCube that was awesome? Oh, of course, Smash Brothers Melee, the
Yeah,
pinnacle of
ooh,
Smash
yeah.
Bros.
Yeah,
You talking about
yeah.
a game that they still play at
To
tournaments
this
today.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
don't tell me nothing about GameCube. But I will say this: everybody and mama talk about, oh, the GameCube. I know it's because it failed, so you couldn't have been there. So
Which
stop it.
I never knew, and I guess I was so young that I didn't care about, but listen, the GameCube that's the only system I had for a long time, outside of, like, playing at my friend's house. Like, the GameCube was my system that I had for a number of years. Like, I remember playing the Tarzan game, and that bitch was hard. Like,
Oh
listen,
yeah.
I had great moments with my GameCube, and to later be an adult and find out that it did not make money and it was actually looked as a failure, but yet it's a cult classic. It was hard for me to take that news at the time when you told me that. I was like, no fucking way. And I had to look it up, and sure enough, it did not make the money it thought, and they did. That's when Nintendo was really putting power in their system because the GameCube graphics
The
were
GameCube
really
was more
top
powerful than
tier.
the PS2.
Yeah, like listen, and I think that's when Nintendo was very much discouraged of investing in power in their systems. Now,
That
you
was the
know,
last time do such a thing like that, and then they let it go.
Yeah, but I mean, come on now,
Then
like,
the Wii came.
that was how long ago? Like, look, come on, get over it. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, the GameCube, listen, always is embedded in my childhood memories. I had the blue GameCube. I didn't even know they had this lime green one. I guess this is like mid editions or something like that. I don't know, but GameCube is forever a staple. 360 is forever a staple because I think, what did I have in between? Well, I guess I had just the handhelds. I remember I didn't have no system, and saved up all year. And at my birthday, I bought the black Xbox 360. It was supposed to be the black Xbox 360 Elite, maybe. I don't know. I
Elite,
can't remember.
yeah.
It was supposedly
I
not
was thinking
supposed
about
to
the
get
Elite.
the. It was supposedly. Listen, this is young, and I believed anything that was on TV. It was supposed to not get the red ring, and I later did get the red ring after like 2 or 3 years. But it was replaced very quickly. I will give Microsoft their just due. It was that was a very much a staple because, like I said, I remember playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's how I got into online and stuff like that. And then came all the other stuff that came after that, Gears. I remember my cousin and us being on the lobby with strangers. People lived in different states, and my cousin going to sleep, and we all had to mute him in the party chat. Like, great times with both systems. Moments that you just had to be there. You can't ever like get the essence of how it felt secondhand from like people like us that talk about it. You just had to be there. But great systems, and they did shape gaming going forward, whether it was good or in a bad way, because online kind of turned out to be a evil once they started talking about microtransactions and what it is today. But I don't think that's really the system's fault. I think that's the game creator's fault and how nasty the games has become. Like I said, I got a lot of love for these systems. I know you own don't you own GameCube and a 360?
Sure do.
Yeah, I don't own these systems anymore just cuz I would probably never play them. I'll probably try to get one that's not open and just have it as a collection. But I think that's pretty expensive. Like I said, retro gaming is top tier right now because of how expensive gaming
It is.
is. And so a lot of people have invested a lot of money in retro game. GameStop makes a lot of money off their retro games and used games and stuff like that. So, I mean, these systems still play a role in the gaming ecosystem to this day, which is very, very admirable and really shows just how good they were at that time. That the fact that they can come in 2025, GameCube is how old? Like, and people still play it and go out of their way to try to get one is very much testament how good these systems are. So happy birthday to the Xbox 360 and the GameCube. Forever in my hearts, forever a staple in my childhood. But let us know, how do you what good memories you have from playing the 360 in the GameCube. Did you like the 360 in the GameCube? Because some people have been Sony since the beginning. I flip flop between them, when it made sense for me. But, some people didn't never play the GameCube. And, God bless you because you missed out on some good shit. And that goes for the 360 as well. Like, people were very much, very, very, very loyal to PlayStation, even though that was a rough time for them. And some people forever jump shit to the Xbox because of the 360. So, like I said, they had a lot of good staples in the gaming industry. And let us know in the comments, how did it shape your gaming I guess your gaming lifespan to this point. And did you ever play these systems when they actually came out? And what did they do for you as a gamer in your younger days? Let us know in the comments below.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?